Right.
What James Harden is in the West is what Giannis is there. You have a guy who's not the point guard, who dominates the ball, and he's playing one style. So when the court gets small, that style doesn't work.
Okay guys, unfortunately, we're going to start this video off hot. It's go big or go home. The NBA season's right around the corner. I want to know if this is an L comment from Gilbert Arenas or a W comment from Gilbert Arenas. I'll give you guys a quick second, head to the comments, drop your reactions, your thoughts, your concerns, and let me know. Now you're going to get my perspective on what Gilbert Arenas just said. In my most recent Harden video, I called James Harden one of the most underappreciated scorers of all time. In that same video, I also said that James Harden has overachieved for a lot of his career. I think his career does have a lot of similar parallels to Giannis. And as ridiculous as that sounds, I just ask you guys to hear me out for a brief moment. I think that Giannis is also somebody that has overachieved for a lot of his career too. The Bucks this past season get the 1 seed. We've seen James Harden do that before. Look at what the Bucks put around Giannis. Eric Bledsoe was this team's 3rd option. Eric Bledsoe shot like 25% on catch and shoot threes. Bledsoe was horrendous in the playoffs. But Giannis has been so good over the years and this past year that we bought into believing that this roster with Bledsoe as the 3rd best scoring option was going to be a contender. Harden has been so good over the years, we bought into believing that he had the ability to go out and knock off the Golden State Warriors and one of the best teams to ever play the game of basketball. But check it out, the parallels don't end right there. We've seen unique defenses be brought out to defend not only James Harden, but also Giannis. We've seen these guys chase records, alter the record books, but it hasn't been enough. So I ask you guys, what do we think about a James Harden and Giannis duo? It might be closer to happening than you think. Training camp is in full effect. We have some great footage. We have some great things to talk about. Giannis, Drew Harden. Before we go any further, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You will not want to miss another Get Like Coop video, and that's facts. If you guys enjoy streams, enjoy interacting with your favorite content creators, my stream is going to be in the description below. If you enjoy football, you'll find the link to my football channel also in that same description. Lastly, dropping a like on this video is major. Shout out to everybody that enjoys the content and likes the videos. The focus this offseason on the Bucks has been on Giannis Antetokounmpo. What's this guy's next move? And you truly understand why. Because Giannis is one of the best NBA players in the game to this date. Meaning that at this very moment, yes, I do think Giannis is a top 5 NBA player, especially a top 5 two-way player. The guy's flat out dominant on both ends of the floor. How else could you attract the attention that Giannis attracts without being flat out dominant? When it comes to Giannis, everybody's going out and saying, hey, the Bucks have to win this championship this year, right here, right now. Well, it turns out Giannis doesn't believe that's the case. He doesn't think this is a championship or bust season. I think what Giannis is truly looking for is a path to winning. I don't think Giannis is somebody that truly does want to leave Milwaukee, but if he feels like he has to leave, then that's what we will see. We would see Giannis in a completely different uniform. As hard as that is to imagine, it can be a harsh reality for Bucks fans. But the positive side of things is that Giannis does seem open. And the Bucks went out and got a big-time player this offseason that goes by the name of Drew Holiday. Being a Pelicans fan, I got to watch Drew Holiday a lot. On JJ Redick's podcast, KD called Drew one of the best defenders in the league at the guard position, if not the best. Even Trae Young says the same thing. Looks at Drew Holiday as one of the best defenders in the game currently. How good is Drew? He ranks in the 95th percentile in keeping players away from the rim. So if Drew's guarding you and you're able to get that jump shot off, consider yourself lucky. I mean, come on. Drew's doing this to Giannis at practice. You don't think this is going to make Giannis Antetokounmpo better? The Pelicans asked Drew to guard the other team's best player night in and night out. So what Drew does defensively is against some of the best players in the league. And despite being 6'5" or under, Drew is one of the most versatile defenders in the league. This guy is strong. You can't move him. His feet are quick. You can't get by him. Defensively, Drew gives Milwaukee another dimension. Milwaukee needed another guard playmaker. Drew Holiday, he can be that guard. He can be that guy that can turn into an all-star, that can have all-star level seasons. Oh, and even if you don't like any of what I just said, he catches and shoots the ball better, like way better, than Eric Bledsoe. It's a great fit. I haven't seen Drew play for a good defensive team in what feels like years. So yeah, I'm going to be excited seeing Drew go to Milwaukee. Now the Bucks have been going hard at training camp. Giannis has been working on that jumper, all that good stuff. Now while the Bucks have been going hard, James Harden has been trying to find a new team. And he's added Milwaukee and Miami to his preferred trade destinations alongside the 76ers and the Brooklyn Nets. If I'm the Milwaukee Bucks, I'm doing everything I can to go out and get James Harden, because what Giannis isn't great at, James has you covered. I always felt like these two had games that complemented each other so perfectly. James Harden had Clint Capella averaging 15, 16, 17 points. Imagine what he could do with Giannis. Harden is one of the best screen and roll ball handlers and passers in the NBA. It's easy to forget because he steps back a lot, he ISOs a lot. Giannis, phenomenal finisher, phenomenal transition player. These two teaming up would be a match made in basketball paradise. But I can't lie, this clip from Giannis, it's funny, man.
Trae Young.
Wait, you don't want the dribbler?
I want somebody that's gonna pass the ball. That's what I want.
We all know these two have had beef before, but I've always viewed that as unfortunate. Now, regardless if the report about Harden wanting to play with Giannis is real or not, it's something that I would love to see. I think it's also interesting that this offseason, Giannis said that if LeBron, KD, or AD wanted to come to Milwaukee, I would be happy. I don't care about being number 1, number 2, or number 3. Now, he didn't say Harden, but I don't think Giannis is going to turn James Harden away if James Harden does want to play for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is willing to sacrifice and give up some of his role to win. Now, when it comes to Giannis in the contract talks, he has broken the silence. He says right now, I'm focused on myself. I'm just trying to focus on me. The deadline to sign an extension is December 21st. Some teams think he will end up signing that extension. Some people don't. I want to know what you guys think Giannis will and should do down in the comments below. Subscribing right now is a great way to support the channel. I'm GetLikeCoop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.